Number 12b says the equation of a circle is given by x squared plus y squared plus 6x minus 2y minus 6 equals to 0. This is the given equation of a circle in the expanded form. Roman 1 says express the above equation in the form x minus a squared plus y minus b squared equals to r squared. The given equation is in the expanded form, but they want us to express that same equation in the factorized form. This is the factorized form that they want, and they have given us the expanded form of that same equation of a circle. So simply, what we need to find is the coordinates of the center and the radius. So without wasting time, the solution to this is, if you look at that given equation, let me copy it here to guide us. We're given x squared plus y squared plus 6x minus 2y minus 6 equals to 0. This is the expanded form. But the general formula for the expanded form is x squared plus y squared minus 2ax minus 2by plus c equals to 0. There is another format of expressing the general expanded form of the equation of a circle. You need to choose one and familiarize yourself with it, but the simplest is what I've written here. So this is the general form of the expanded equation of a circle. So from here, we need to find the coordinates of the center, that is a and b. So we need to find the coordinates of the center a and b. This is the center. And also we need to find r, which is the radius of the circle, from the expanded form. After getting the coordinates of the center a and b and the radius r, then we simply substitute them in the factorized form and we express it in that format. So how do we get the coordinates of the center and r? From here, let us compare. We have x squared here, it corresponds to x squared, correct? We have y squared, corresponds to y squared. That is a fact. But we don't have a variable that we need there. So we just confirm that they are the same, because always the coefficient of x squared and y squared are always the same. Like in this case, the coefficient is 1, 1. So they must always be the same. And in the general form, the coefficients are 1, 1. So if they are given the same but not 1, then you make their coefficients 1. There is a playlist that I'm going to share the link in the description box, and please find time and learn from there. So that is enough there. Now, if you look here, we have 6x, and then here we have negative 2ax. So on comparing the terms, we can see clearly that 6x from up here, it is positive, yes, corresponds to negative 2ax. So 6x equals to negative 2ax. Remember, we are looking for a. So x and x will cancel, right? If we divide both sides by x. I may not show that. X and x are going to cancel out. So we shall have 6 equals to negative 2a, right? Then from here we divide both sides by negative 2, both sides by negative 2. simply to get A. 6 divided by negative 2, we get negative 3 equals to A. So we have one of the coordinates of the center A. How do we get the next coordinate? Negative 2y corresponds to negative 2by. So also negative 2y is the same as negative 2by. The y and y will cancel if we divide both sides by y. Therefore, we shall be left with negative 2 equals to negative 2b. Then we divide both sides by negative 2. Negative 2 divided by negative 2, it gives us positive 1. So 1 will be equal to b. So the next coordinate of the center b is 1. There is a shortcut. Like for example, if you want to get A here, then you get 6 divided by 2 and you change the sign. It is positive here, so it will become negative. 6 divided by 2, 3. If you look at negative 2 here, it is negative. It is a negative 2. So we make the answer positive. 2 divided by 2, it gives us 1. That is a quick guide. You do not necessarily have to do this, but I've done it to show you the right way. Now from here, we can conclude that our center has coordinates A and B, that is negative 3 and 1. These are the coordinates of the center of this circle. Now from here, we are left now with the radius. We have got the coordinates of the center. How do we get the radius? It's still on comparing here. Negative 6 corresponds to C or to positive C. So negative 6 corresponds to C. So also, still from the concept of comparing terms, we have seen that negative 6 corresponds to C, or C is a negative 6. But remember, we say that C is a sum of constants, and we say that C equals to A squared plus B squared minus R squared. There are many formats of expressing this. You'll find in some books R is the subject of the formula. It changes nothing in the final output. The difference is just in the expression, but after computing, you get the same values of R. So this is C, which is the sum of constants, A squared plus B squared minus R squared. Now we have our C is a negative 6, substitute for C. And we have our center A and B, so we can substitute and we get our R. So from here, our C is negative 6 equals to, our A is negative 3, but the expression says squared, plus our B is 1, expression says squared, minus R squared. We are looking for the radius now. So on simplifying this, I will have negative 6 equals to negative 3 squared is positive 9 plus 1 minus R squared. Therefore, here I will have negative 6 equals to 10, right, minus R squared. So let me take R squared the other side to become positive. So we'll have positive R squared equals to, I will have here 10 plus 6. If I bring 6 this side, becomes positive. So our R squared equals to 16 in this case. So our R squared equals to 16. Then we take the square root on both sides. Therefore, our R is radius. Radius is a distance. Distances are positive quantities. You cannot have a negative distance or a negative length. Displacement can be negative because it is measured relative to the initial position. But for any distance, it is positive. So root of 16 is supposed to be plus or minus 4. But we shall take plus 4 units because our radius is a distance or length. So now we have got the radius of our circle and we have the coordinates of the center. So we are supposed to now express it in the stated form, which is the factorized form. Substitute for A, B, and R. So now in that case, to express it in the stated format, we shall say the stated format should be x minus a squared plus y minus b squared equals to r squared. And our center was -3 and 1. So our a was -3, our b was 1, and our r was 4. Simply substitute. So we shall have x minus -3 squared plus y minus 1 squared equals to 4 but squared in the formula. Therefore, we shall have x plus 3, the two signs will change to positive, squared plus y minus 1 squared equals to, what is r squared? That is 4 squared. That gives us 16. So we have expressed it in the stated form, that is in the factorized form. So this is the solution. Please do not leave the squares here. X plus 3, square both of them in one bracket, and the same applies to y minus 1 in one bracket square equals to, then you get the value of r, square it, and it gives you 16. So this is the solution to number 12b, Roman 1. If you look at Roman 2, it says determine the center and the radius of the circle. We have done that already, right? After showing all these calculations, do not repeat it in Roman 2. Why? It is the same number. So just conclude that in Roman 2, the center is it is here, -3, 1, and the radius is 4 units. So in Roman 2, we shall just go ahead and say, our center is -3 and 1, and then our radius r is 4 units. You do not need to do them again. Since it is the same number, it will just be a repetition. And as long as you have shown your calculations in Roman 1, you get the marks. Yes. So that was the solution to number 12b, Roman 1 and Roman 2. And as a reminder, if the materials that we are giving you on this platform are of value to you, then we encourage you to share them with your friends, your classmates,